Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 realistic side hustles that you can do from the comfort of your own home. Now, the first 4 side hustles that I cover in today's video, you'll be able to use sites such as Fiverr and Upwork in order to get your side hustle started. I'll also be providing a rating on a scale from 1 through 5 on each of the side hustles that I cover. The side hustle number 1 is resume writing. If you're a skilled writer, you can put your skills to use online to help people put together a resume that will get them noticed. I know that a ton of people, including myself, have always struggled with putting together a good resume. I mean, we'll spend a lot of time, we'll put something together, we'll think that it looks really, really good, and then we never get a call back. And with more and more competition in the job market every single year, it is so much harder to get noticed. And if I'm ever in a position where I need to have my resume updated to look for a new job, I would certainly be looking to hire someone to help me to put together a professional looking resume. And one of the best things about resume writing as a side hustle is you can charge by the job or you can charge by the hour. It's really up to you. And on sites such as Upwork, I've seen people charging $100 an hour or more for their resume writing services. It doesn't matter if you're located in the United States or outside the United States. This is something that anyone can sign up for as long as you have the skills. Now, you may need to start off offering lower rates when you first get started so you can start to build up your clientele base and actually start getting some reviews on the site. But once the good reviews start coming in, you can start to gradually raise your prices, which will allow you to make more and more money every single month. And on a scale from 1 to 5, I would give this side hustle a 5 out of 5. Side hustle number 2 is transcription services. Transcription services is a service that converts speech into a written or into an electronic text document. Now, this service is heavily utilized in the medical and in the legal fields. One of the things that I've noticed is that a company will hire a company to do transcription services for them, and then that transcription company will then subcontract that work out to an independent contractor to actually do the work. And these transcription companies are finding people on LinkedIn, they're finding them on Fiverr, and they're finding them on sites like Upwork. So if you have the skills and the patience to listen to a recording and ensure that everything on that recording is accurately captured into a text document, then transcription services may be a side hustle that will work for you. Now, the rates that I've seen for this type of service on sites such as Fiverr and Upwork was around $25 an hour for individuals that are located within the US. The rates may vary if you're located outside the United States. While this side hustle doesn't pay you a ton of money, it is something that you can do in your downtime, in the evenings, or on the weekend to earn a little bit of extra money every single month. And the rating that I would give this side hustle is a 3 out of 5. Now, side hustle number 3 is translation services. Now, if you're fluent in more than one language, then this side hustle may be perfect for you. Now, I've seen this service offered in a couple of different ways. The first way is your standard document translation. So for example, you would be translating a document from French into English. And the second way that I've seen this service being offered is actual live translation, where you are sitting in a room with 2 or more people that are having a conversation and you are translating what each party is saying to the other party. In the industries where I've seen where this type of service was heavily used is in the medical field and in the legal industry. It's not uncommon for someone to go into an arbitration or a mediation for a court, and there's someone there that's translating so all the parties involved can understand what's going on. And with our economy becoming more and more global every single day, the need for translation services is in extremely high demand. Now, the hourly rate that I've seen for this service on sites such as Upwork was around $50 an hour. Now, that rate can change based on the language that's being translated, and it can also be impacted by the industry that you're working in. And the rating that I would give this side hustle on a scale from 1 to 5 is a 5 out of 5. Side hustle number 4 is becoming a virtual assistant. This is another resource type that is in high demand. With a lot of companies going to remote work locations, many businesses and entrepreneurs are opting to hire VAs or virtual assistants. There's a ton of flexibility with being a VA, And the only thing that you really need is a computer and an internet connection, and you can work virtually anywhere in the world. Now, VAs have an opportunity to earn a lot of money as they gain experience and they start to specialize in certain areas that will allow them to charge higher rates for those specialized services. Now, on sites like Upwork, I've seen an average rate for a VA of around $25 an hour for those individuals that are located in the United States. And again, if you're located outside of the United States, the rates that you can charge for this service may be different than what you can charge for someone that's located within the United States. And on a scale from 1 to 5, I would give this side hustle a rating of 4 out of 5. Side hustle number 5 is renting out space on Airbnb. Now, you could rent out an individual room, or if you have a finished basement, you could actually rent that space out as well. I actually know someone who converted a loft above their garage into a small apartment, and they rent that out every single month on Airbnb. I was sitting down and having a conversation with him, and he let me know that in the traveling medical space, there are tons of medical professionals that are traveling for short-term assignments, and they're often looking for a nice place to stay. Now, he prefers to rent to these types of people because he knows that they're working individuals, they're not there to party, and they're less likely to cause him a headache, especially since the loft is above his garage, which is right next to his house. And he mentioned that he has one particular person that comes back at 4 or 5 times a year to rent his space. So if you have the extra space in your house and you want to give it a shot, maybe try out renting a room, especially if it's a basement or if it's a separate area from your main house, if you're not comfortable with allowing someone to stay inside your house. So now the money that you can charge for this type of service is going to depend heavily on where you're actually located. If you're located in a more desirable area where there's a lot of activity and a lot of things going on, you can obviously charge more money than if you're in an area where there's not a lot going on. But if you go onto Airbnb's website, you can type in your location and they'll give you a good general idea of how much money that you could make for renting out your space. And on a scale from 1 through 5, I would give this side hustle a 4 out of 5. Now that you've made some extra money from implementing the side hustles from today's video, and you're looking to invest that money into the stock market, make sure you check out the next video.